big or small, you can see it on blue highways of Texas. Winter, spring, summer, fall, blue highways of Texas.
Good afternoon, y'all. It is early July, and welcome to another adventure on the Blue Highways of Texas channel. We're about 6 minutes south of the Texas and Oklahoma border and about 12 miles north of Paris, Texas. We're going to spend a few days here at Sanders Cove Recreation Area on Pat Mayse Lake on the eastern shore in the small town of Powderly, Texas. A family haven for camping, boating, fishing, and all sorts of outdoor recreation. So ride with me as we check out Sanders Cove Recreation Area. Here's a little bit about Sanders Cove Campground. It is one of 3 recreational campgrounds on Pat Mayse Lake. The others are Pat Mayse West and Pat Mayse East. There are 85 campsites here, all back in, no sewer hookup, so you'll have to use the dump station on the way out. Some are 50 amp, some are 30 amp. I'll leave a picture of the campground map. It'll show you which sites are which. There are 2 boat ramps with courtesy docks, a swimming area, playground, 4 tent site only, and 5 group shelters and a picnic area with a pavilion. Now the swim area is actually in area B because there's actually 3 areas, A, B, C, and I think it's G. That's the group shelter area. Most of them are vaulted toilets in every area. The full shower is actually as soon as you enter. Now the gate closes at 10 p.m. You cannot enter until the next morning at 6 a.m. so be mindful of that. The Wi-Fi, okay to not okay. When I'm outside, I guess if I'm standing in the right place, it's good. If I'm inside, it's not very good. Now the trails here, something for everybody. They are constructed and maintained strictly by volunteers, so they're not real fancy. Now there is the Barber Hill Mountain Bike and Hiking Trail, but that's where you want to be if you're really into hiking. And I'll enclose a trail map also. But the trails through here, they're not real fancy, but they're really nice. They're beautiful right through this forest, I guess what you call it. So anyhow, great place, Pat Mayse Lake here at Sanders Cove. Let's go check out some more stuff. Okay, a couple things I do want to mention before I ride around Area C, kind of give you an idea of what it's like here at Sanders Cove. The road coming in here can be a bumpy, so be aware of that. And I want to give a shout out to the park host here. When we got here, there was actually somebody in our spot, and they jumped right on it and took care of it. They ended up they were in the wrong spot. So anyhow, no problems. But anyhow, here we go. There are 3 different campgrounds here. A, B, and C. There's actually an area G, but that's for the 5 group shelters, as well as the 5 RV sites. So I'm going to ride around and check out area C and give you an idea of what it's like, because this is pretty much like all of them. And here we go. C 1 through 34. A little bumpy road, it's gravel, some holes in it. There's C21 right there. 23. Apologize if the video is a little shaky. That's where I'm at. I'm 29. There's C30. There you see actually has two parts to it. That's part one. And right on over to the other part. Beautiful day here, first part of July. Restroom right there, but there are no showers in it. Showers are up at the front as you enter. All the camping areas. Okay. That's 19 right there. 18. 16, 15, 14. And these are all pretty much gravel sites. C9 right there. Not sure what that one is. That's C7. C2 and C1. Alright, there you go. Both area B and C are pretty much like this. So you have an idea of what the camping areas are here at Sanders Cove. Let's go check out some more stuff. Alright, we're here on area C. We're going to check out a typical site here. This happens to be C30. Now these pads right here on these sites, some are like this, asphalt, some of them are concrete, some of them are gravel. That's just the way it is. I had to do some leveling, not much. That's a 30 amp power right there. There's a grill, fire ring, concrete picnic table. Now here's something I had to do. There's the water right there. I have to share it because that's me right there. I'm in C29. So I had to provide my own Y connector. But that's okay. Gorgeous view of the lake. We're up pretty high, we're elevated, so don't have to worry about flooding or anything. But that's your typical site here. Pat Mayse Recreation Area. Restroom way in the background. That is, no showers are there at all. There's a pavilion. Boat ramps behind that. And little playground. All right, let's go check out some more stuff. Okay, time to do a little loo review here at Pat Mayse Recreation Area. All right, Pat Mayse, what do you got for us? Cinder block, 2 sinks, one of those, one of those, and 1, 2, and 3 showers. Nice, clean in here. Smells okay. A little dated, but not bad. All right, let's go check out some more stuff. All right, I got to talk a little bit about Pat Mayse Lake and some of the things to do while you're in the area. Pat Mayse himself was a local newspaper man here, and Mrs. Pat Mayse was a tireless advocate for the lake, so it's named in honor of him. The lake is almost 6,000 acres with 67 miles of shoreline. Now, Pat Mayse Lake is actually a very popular recreation here in North and Northeast Texas. Very busy in the summer months, weekends, and holidays. But this lake is actually a very popular fisherman's paradise. There aren't too many days that you won't catch something. Different types of bass and catfish and crappie. Now, this is not a Texas state park, so adults, you will need a fishing license. Do you remember Uncle Jesse from the early 80s TV show, The Dukes of Hazzard? Well, the actor who portrayed Uncle Jesse, Denver Pyle, really loved this area, and there's a big-time fishing tournament here on the lake called Uncle Jesse's Big Bass Tournament. And I believe it's around early May each year, I'm not sure. Now, there are a couple of things to do in Paris that is famous for. First, people might be familiar with the 1984 critically acclaimed movie called Paris, Texas, that actually paid homage to its name. There's also it's famous for a 65-foot replica of the Eiffel Tower, but they put a giant red cowboy hat on top of it. And Paris residents are always proud to share this quirky one. The Evergreen Cemetery, I guess, has what you'd call a grave monument called Jesus in Boots. I'll leave a picture in the video and you can decide. Now, 15 minutes north is the Choctaw Casino. It's actually on the other side of the border in Oklahoma. And from museum buffs, there's the Lamar County Historical Museum and the Red River Valley Veterans Memorial. And then just a little east of Paris is the Paris Drag Strip, part of the NHRA since 1964. And a lot of people don't know this about the area. There's actually a military artillery range in the 1940s, and Camp Maxey was named after Samuel Bell Maxey, who was a Mexican war veteran, Confederate general, and U.S. Senator. It was originally built as a U.S. Army infantry training camp from 1942 to 1946, and a prisoner of war camp until 1946. It actually housed German Army, Navy, and Air Force troops. Now the camp was eventually grew over to 7,000 prisoner of wars. And now Camp Maxey serves as a training center for the Texas National Guard. So when you're in the area, check out Paris, Texas. Pretty cool little town. Oh, I almost forgot. The city of Paris, Texas was actually named after the French capital, Paris, France. So they're kind of like sister cities. And now you know. Let's go check out some more stuff. Well, there you have it. An absolutely gorgeous, wonderful, awesome campground here on the banks of Pat Mayse Lake on the Red River Basin. Lots of camping, a couple boat ramps, fishing, swimming, hiking, something for everyone. Well, that's it for now, and we'll see you on down the road. Wait, don't leave yet. But wait, there's more. Kind of like a info commercial. Anyhow, if you enjoyed this little video like I did, making it, I appreciate you giving me a big old thumbs up and liking and subscribing to the Blue Highways of Texas channel. That's it for now. Until next time, Merle Ray, take it away.
Big or small, you can see it on blue highways of Texas. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Blue highways of Texas.